Hi, my name is Brad Vertrees with bradsreader.com, and today I'm going to show you some of the ebook readers I have used and the ones I currently use, just to give you an idea of the different styles out there, the differences between them, and then show you the difference between the ebook reader and a paperback, for example, as far as size goes and so forth. The first one that I have used is the first generation Sony PRS 500, and you can see it's fairly good size. And to turn on, you just flip the little switch here on the side, and your ebook pops right up there, right where you left off. And the one thing I do like, sorry about that, one thing I do like is you could turn the pages with this button or right down here with these buttons. And as you can see, the contrast is not too bad. Not quite as good as the newer edition that I do have, the Pocket Edition, but it's still not too bad, and you can still read it. You can adjust the text size and so forth. You have menu buttons down here, and then you have arrow buttons and enter button right there. And so then contrast that with the PRS 300 that I have. This is the Pocket Edition. It's one of Sony's newest ebook readers. And I'll show you the size difference there. So the 500 is quite a bit. 500 is quite a bit bigger than the 300, but actually it's not that much bigger. And I'll show you. The 500 is a little bit bigger than the 300. The size difference isn't actually too much, and I'll turn on the 300 for you. And as you can see, there's actually a little bit better contrast between the text and the background with the 300. And you have your arrows right here to turn the page, and the page turn is fairly smooth. It's not too bad. And then this button right here is to adjust the text size. So that's the medium size. And if you're really tired and really some help with your vision, it has a large size, and then it goes back to small. And this button right here is your bookmark one. Now when you turn the ebook reader off, it will remember exactly where you are, so when you turn it back on again, you just pick up right where you left off. The bookmark is good for if you're reading multiple books or you want to bookmark certain pages in the book that you are reading. And then here is your home page button right there, and then this one takes you back. And then the button in the middle is an enter button, so when you're at the menu you push that to select whatever option you want. And then these are also buttons along the side here to select various options in the menu. And I'll show you the menu here. It's fairly straightforward. You can continue reading, get books by title, by author, by date, collections, bookmarks, settings. Very self-explanatory. The learning curve on this is virtually nothing. The other ebook reader I have is not a dedicated reader, rather it is my iPhone. And the ebook reading app that I use is the Barnes & Noble e-reader. We'll go ahead and get it turned on there. Loading up. And also with the Barnes & Noble ebook reading app, and with the others also, it will remember where you are and pick up right where you left off. And then also if you turn this sideways, you can see you got the landscape view, and you just brush your finger across like that and turn the page. So it's very smooth. Now this one does not have the electronic ink like the other two have, so it can be a little bit harder on the eyes, but it's good for reading in short spurts, reading short fiction, reading a few pages while you're in the waiting room or in line, at the grocery store or whatever. I know I have read entire novels on this, and it's not too bad, but again, it does start to strain your eyes after a while. So that is the iPhone, and I love it. I always have it with me, so it's very convenient to use. And then I will show you that here is the 300 again, and then by comparison to a print book, you can see this one is a little bit smaller, and I'll show you a page from the print book here. It's just a mass market that I'm currently reading, and so you can get a difference the page size. It's not too bad. This one is a little bit smaller, but for me it has not been a problem. Some people, that might be an issue. And now there's also another ebook reader from Sony called the Touch Edition. It has a touch screen, and you can also annotate your text with notes and so forth. I decided on this particular model because it is less expensive, and I didn't see the need for notes and all that other stuff. Now, when I demoed the Touch Edition at the store, I had a little bit of a problem turning the pages. I like the ease of use with these buttons right here. The only problem I have with these, or my only worry with these buttons, are in case they break, the ebook reader will be useless. So I'm kind of worried that these are the only buttons to turn the page with, but I will cross that bridge when I come to it. And I think it goes without saying, the biggest advantage to these ebook readers is saving space. And here is a typical hardcover. It's Stephen King, Duma Key, fairly thick book, kind of heavy. You know, you put a couple of these in your bag when you travel, and it adds a lot of weight. And even a couple of regular, even mass market paperbacks can start to take up a lot of room and add a lot of weight to your bag. So an ebook reader, it holds lots of titles, more than you could probably read when you're on a trip. And the battery life on this is very good. It's actually better than the PRS 500, Sony's first generation ebook reader. I've read entire novels on one battery charge. It only takes a few hours to recharge the battery. As far as I know, it is not user replaceable. It might be, but I haven't not looked into that yet. But the battery life is very good. When I first got the PRS 500, I was a little bit disappointed because the battery life did not last nearly as long as Sony advertised it to be. But it was long enough that I had no problem reading a novel or anything without having to worry about the battery dying on me. And on the last trip I took, last time I flew, this is the one I had with me, and the heaviest item in my bag was just my laptop computer and a few folders and stuff like that for some other work I was doing. So this is very, very convenient to take on the plane with me and bring a lot of books without having a whole bunch of weight weighing you down. Alright, so those are the ebook readers I have used and the ones that I currently use. I do use the 300 the most now. I use the iPhone intermittently for reading short fiction and so forth, but I definitely like the iPhone, so it is something to keep in mind if you're looking for a multi-use device to read ebooks on. So that is all I have. Again, my name is Brad from bradsreader.com. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to go to bradsreader.com and you can send me a comment or a question, and I will do my best to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you all have a great day.